SPSS, I think.
Probably. Although when I was going through like the preparation stuff, we didn't need it, but then when I started doing like the homework stuff, we needed it. So.
Yeah, it says for questions 3 through 8, we will review PTC testing study with different data.
Well, then we're probably gonna need it. Okay. Are we going right to our quiz?
If you guys are okay with that.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Cause I'm gonna have to pick up my son at 2 because he has a wrestling
Okay.
meet at
Yeah,
2.
it
Well,
doesn't look too intense. There's only like 17 questions, so.
well, that's
Yeah.
not too bad.
Is there a lot of SPSS involved other than the charting?
Yeah, I don't. It went over a lot of tutorials in the actual chapter. So. But other than that, I don't know.
Okay. I'll put on my VMware wallet then. But yeah, I should probably do the quiz not on VMware.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'll have to suffer the annoying hundreds of windows pop up in tabs.
Right.
Oh wow. Okay, so we are sticking to our group thing, right? About the accidents or the tickets. Did we just want to pick one, just like number of accidents?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think we were talking about that.
And then what population do we want to get? Do we want to try and hit Utah, or are we just going to do Utah and BYU Idaho?
I think since Amy, your connection's in Provo, then maybe we should just
Stick to Utah?
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend works for the Provo Police Department, so I was telling Dustin the Spanish Fork where I live.
Yeah.
I'm just south of Provo, but the chief of police lives in my ward. He's my son's scout leader, so I could ask him.
Okay.
Spanish Fork. There's a lot of Mormons there, but I might as well ask. Do you know the Hunts?
The Hunts. What are their first names?
Bruce and I know it. It's like Marianne. I just asked because that's my mission president and his wife. They live in Spanish Fork, but there's tons of people in Spanish Fork, so.
There are quite a few people in Spanish Fork.
Yeah, and they all happen to be Mormon too, so.
That's true. There are a lot of us Mormons here.
Let's see. All right. Anyone else having issues with the VMware?
Mine is up.
Okay.
I say that now I'm having problems with it.
Yeah. Mine just keeps saying it's preparing. Oh, there it goes.
Okay. Alright, I got mine to pop back up, so I guess I'm good.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm thinking we're probably going to have to put in our own data in SPSS, right? Maybe we should read before I just start assuming.
Let's see.
So let's see. So question 1, out of the 70 females in the sample, 52 can taste PTC. Out of the 59 in the sample, 42 can taste PCT. Let P1 be the proportion of females in the population who can taste PTC, and let P2 be the proportion of males in the population who can taste PTC. In the research question for this study is given here. Is the proportion of females who can taste PTC different from the proportion of males who can taste PTC? So,
just plug it into Excel.
No, that's probably.
So
is this when we need to do, you know how there was that P hat 1 equals X1 over N1? So is that what we do?
let's see. I just saw in the videos that you can just plug this into the Excel. Let's see. 42 out of 49.
Can you post that link again to that Excel doc in the chat?
Yeah. Yeah, give me a sec here. No, it's main page. Oh, hopefully I remember this. Oh, here it is. Course resources.
Was it in the resources?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Or was it in there? No, I think it was. Okay, data analysis. Okay. Okay.
So.
Alright, so I just put it on there. And it's when you go on there, it's the third link. The third link. And then let me know when you guys have it.
Is it under data files?
Well, you clicked on the link? It should be under main page and then course resources.
Oh. Course resources.
And then when you go to course resources, it's Excel tools. And then
it just has you open it up.
Yeah. And there's 3 links. There's 3 Excel downloads. It's the last one. It's the categorical data analysis.
And we're doing the 1 proportion because we're only looking for females, right?
What's that?
So it says the research question for this study is the proportion of females who can taste PTC different from the proportion of males who can taste PTC? Oh, that's different.
Yeah, different.
Oh, but we're just looking for P1. So we would use the first one, right? Or the 1 proportion? Or do we do the 2 proportion? Does it give us... Oh, it does give us P hat for both. But how do we know... How do we know P2? Because it only says 70 females in the sample, 52 can taste, and out of 59, oh, there it is. I just got to read more. Oh, you guys. I think out loud, huh?
I guess I gotta enable editing. So the X1 is 70.
So, if you guys look at my screen, it has the Excel thing, and then so this one, if you go down to the bottom to 2 proportions, I put in right here for X1 50. Oh, I did that wrong. 52 out of 70. And then X2 is 42 out of 59. Well, did that wrong too. And then it gives you right here P hat 1 and P hat 2.
And we want P hat 1. So that's
Yeah, for 3, and then P hat 2 for 2, for number 4. Which I think is just dividing them. You just divide 42 out of 59.
Right, the X over N thing.
Uh-huh. Those are the answers right here. So for P hat, for number 3, P hat 1 is 0.743.
and the other one's 0.712.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and then so it says which set of hypothesis is appropriate for addressing the research question. So the research question is the proportion of females who can taste PTC different from the proportion of males who can taste PTC? So it would need to be equal to or the same, right? Different from the proportion of males?
So we know the null is the same. I would assume it's P1 equals P2, not P hat.
Yeah.
Right? So it's definitely not B. And then, since it's saying it's different, right?
Yeah.
Different from the proportion, then it's not equal to.
But P hat, so P hat is the sample proportion, and
Yeah.
P is,
The population.
what's P? Just plain P is what?
Yeah, the population.
Yeah, it's the population proportion.
So the alternative, wouldn't we need P hat?
I don't think so.
So
is it the last one?
the question is the proportion of females who can taste different? So they're not asking if it's greater or less than, it's just saying if it's different.
It's different, and that's equal to or not equal to type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that would be the last answer, D.
Yeah, that's what I think. All right, who wants to take 6?
So are you on board with that, Amy?
Yes.
Okay. No worries. I'll take 6. Create a 95% confidence interval for P1 minus P2. And so, again, the Excel sheet already has it for you.
Yeah.
So, according to the answer sheet, or the cheat sheet, it's the second answer, which is negative 0.123 and 0.185.
Right.
There's a huge formula for that, but I sure as heck don't want to do it.
Well, if there's something that does it, then let's use that.
And if we can, since we can use it on the test, I don't feel so bad about it.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
Right. Okay, so number 7, with a significance of 0.05, what decision do you make? So,
Oh, so it says here that the p-value is 0.693.
So it's greater. So if it's low, reject the null. If it's greater, then we don't reject it.
Yep.
so
So we
fail
fail.
to reject.
Yeah.
The HO, right?
Yeah, HO.
Yep.
That reminds me of a funny picture I saw today on Facebook. So they're decorating for Christmas, and they have their family pictures, and it's like their daughters or whatever, and then they put up the little blocks that have ho on it on that same mantelpiece, so it says ho 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 next to each of their daughters' pictures. Anyways, I thought it was pretty funny.
Oh, that is funny.
Like, bad placement there, Mom.
Yeah.
All right, so 8. Which of the following statements best describes the outcome of this study? So the first one says there's a sufficient evidence to suggest that the true proportion of females who can taste PTC is greater than the true proportion of males who can taste PTC. There's insufficient evidence to suggest the true proportion of females can taste PTC is different from the true proportion of males who can taste it. There is an insufficient evidence to suggest that the true proportion of females who can taste PTC is less than the true proportion of males who can taste it. And then there is sufficient evidence to suggest that the true proportion of females who can taste PTC is different from the true proportion of males who can taste it. So we failed to reject the null, so that means the null is that it is different, so that the proportion of females who can taste PTC is different from the proportion of males, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. The last
So-
answer.
say again.
Is it the last answer?
So there's sufficient evidence that the true proportion of females who can taste is different. So I would say yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So 9 through 17, we're using the mortality rates and day of admission heart attack study. Let's see. So I think we'll need SPSS for that one. Maybe.
Okay. Let's see.
Darn it. I tried to download the SPS file on my desktop, not the other desktop. Let's see. Doesn't quite work.
Wait, you tried to file what?
I tried to download the SPS file instead of doing it through VMware. I did it on my
Yeah, that always throws me off. So, out of 118,519. 713 died. And 42,437 and 6155. Let P1 be the proportion of patients who had a heart attack and were admitted on a weekday. On a weekend. Okay, so P2 is weekend. And then
I'm not seeing that study as a downloadable data file.
I think we have to put in our own stuff.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
Oh,
P1.
that's on the book. That's what it is. Mortality rates, days of admission it was on the textbook.
So the research question, is the proportion of patients who have a heart attack and are admitted to the hospital on a weekday die less than those who are admitted on the weekend? So P1 is less than P2?
So then we want to know if the conditions for conducting the hypothesis test are satisfied. So this is where that we would use that little algebra thing, right?
I think that's when we can use the Excel thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was
The
thinking,
one where we will, I think the one, actually, I don't even know.
let's see.
So,
Yeah, I was thinking of using that NP formula.
yeah, no, I'm glad we don't have to use that. Although, it does say the conditions for conducting a hypothesis test are satisfied. So we have to, hold on, let me see if this is, can this say it? Darn it, it doesn't. Oh, wait, does it?
Yeah, because
Oh, it does.
it does because
Yeah.
we have a really large sample.
Yeah, that's true. That and right here, if you guys look right here on check requirements in the Excel, if it's greater than equal to 10, then yeah, we're good. Oh, sweet. No math. Okay, so 9 is true.
Okay. I mean, darn it, we don't get to do math.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, darn. Oh no. So we never do.
All right, so which set of hypothesis tests is appropriate for addressing the research question? So we have, all right, what was the research question again? Is the proportion of patients who have a heart attack and are admitted to the hospital on a weekend who die less than the proportion of patients who have heart attacks and are admitted on the hospital on the weekend who die? So it's a greater than or less than.
Yeah. So
P1 is the ones who were admitted on a weekday, and P2 is the ones who were admitted on the weekend.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
So
he wants number 1, I think. Is P1 less than P2, right?
right.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, find P1.
P hat 1.
P hat 1.
Oh, that's okay. I just wanted to catch something for once since you always catch.
Good job. All right, it's according to the thing. It's 0.141.
Yep.
And that's what mine says. So then we need to just find P2.
P hat 2.
Touche, touche.
Nice.
Thanks, Amy. I appreciate it. Okay, so P hat 2.
0.145.
Yep.
Those are really close to one another.
And then we need Z-score, which... What did I hit to make mine go weird?
Negative 2.020.
Yep.
Okay.
That was negative 2.020?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I had a brain fart there for a second. So, alright. So given the z-score from question 13, which should you shade, left or right of the z-score or the p-value? So it's less than, so we would shade to the left.
Yep. To the left, to the left.
Oh no.
So then, what is the p-value for this test? It says here, according to our cheat sheet, 0.022.
I was getting ready to pull up the applet.
Yeah, Dustin, our life is
Wait,
so much
isn't the
easier with this little
p-value
guy.
0.043?
What's that?
The p-value, are we looking at the applet part? Or are we
Well,
looking
you
at
can.
So it has p-value where it says 2 proportion z-test, the little box.
Yeah.
It has a z and a p-value, so
0.043?
is that what you have in yours?
That's
Wait,
what mine
did you
said. Oh, I forgot to change the thing.
on the type of test?
Okay, now I got it. Yeah.
Okay.
0.022.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
I had it different then. That's why, because I forgot to change it.
So then if the p-value is 0.022, then we will reject the null because it's lower than the level of significance, which is 0.5.
That's correct.
Correct.
So we reject it.
So right here on 17, which of the following best summarizes the conclusion of this test? It's either B or D. There's let's see, hold on. Insufficient evidence to conclude that proportion of patients who have a heart attack and are admitted to the hospital on a weekday who die is less than the proportion of patients who have a heart attack and are admitted to the hospital on the weekend who die. So I think it's B.
Yeah, because the other one is the same.
Yeah.
So
And then
yeah,
we're looking for less than.
yeah, it's definitely B.
Alrighty.
We missed one. Hold on. So number 8, it should have been the second choice, not the last one. So
Wait, really?
Yeah, it says there's insufficient evidence to suggest that the true proportion of females is different from the true proportion of males. Huh.
Why is that?
I don't know. And we also got the last one wrong, so the last one should be number 1. Which,
What?
That doesn't make sense to me either.
That's weird because in the video it said the opposite.
Yeah, because right now it's saying for 17 that the answer is there is sufficient evidence to conclude that the proportion of patients who have a heart attack are admitted to the hospital on weekdays who die less than the proportion of patients who have a heart attack are admitted to the hospital on the weekends who die. Because why is there sufficient evidence if we failed to, or if we rejected it?
Oh.
Oh, because we're trying to prove the null or the alternative.
Oh, the alternative, not the null.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that makes sense. Yeah.
So you got to change your way of thinking. I'm still getting the null.
Okay, so because we reject the null, that means that the alternative is that there is less.
Okay. Okay, so just change those two and everything else is correct.
Well, yay.
That's weird. Why did the video say something different then?
Yeah, I remember. I don't know why. But anyway,
the video for this chapter said the same thing too. Under layman's terms or whatever that guy's name is.
Yeah, it's like those answers don't make sense, but then you're like, oh, but it's for the alternative, and then it makes perfect sense. So.
And somehow it all makes sense.
Okay, so wow, that was quick. I like that. I like this. It's
Always
not
fast.
cheat sheet. If we didn't have a cheat sheet for this unit, I think I would go crazy.
Right.
Because if you've seen the confidence interval formulas, they're massive.
Yeah, they are.
But
So
anyway,
I got a message from my friend, and she said you can make a request for any kind of records from the police department.
Oh, cool.
So you just
Okay.
make a request of records. Anyway, so we should be able to find that information pretty easy. But I don't know how long
Okay.
it will get that information either.
Okay.
Would you ask them if they know how long the wait is for that?
Yeah, I'll ask her,
Okay.
and I'll see if she gets back to me. Yeah.
Because if it's gonna take a while to get that, then we might even have to consider changing the whole thing to something we can get access to.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I'll let you know what she says.
we can always change it to how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop.
Hey, I'd be okay with that.
We'd each have bloody tongues by the end of the semester.
So, yeah, so what do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to change the topic then?
Well, we'll find out, see how long the delay is, I think, and if it's not a big deal, then we'll stick with it. But if it's going to take 3 weeks or so to get, then we might as well find something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Because we
Amy's
don't want
just
to
gonna
put off doing it to the very end, because I know with finals and with everybody holiday trips and stuff, because I'm leaving a few days early from school too, so. So yeah, anyways, the sooner we get it taken care of, the better.
Okay, I'll let you know. She's pretty fast about getting back to me, so I'll let you know if she knows how long it takes.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be great, because I still have to turn it in to Brother Balls. Like, even though he already created it, he still has to approve.
Right. So the other thing he said, so we need to narrow down our research question, and then our hypothesis, we need to decide what we're doing. Either accidents or tickets.
Yeah.
And then we need to decide if we're going to do the proportion of males versus females, or the mean number of accidents between men and women.
Okay, so research question could be do female drivers get into more accidents than male drivers?
Why are you picking on the females?
What's that?
They said, why are we picking on the females?
Okay, we can do males.
It's fine. I know I'm a better driver than my husband, so it's all good.
In my defense, Dustin started it.
That's because I have.
Back me up.
That's between my mom and my 2 sisters. So they're definitely bad drivers. Their feet are made of lead. And they don't like to turn their necks to look in their mirrors. And they like texting and driving at the same time too, so.
That's just dangerous.
Yeah, it is. It's a miracle that I'm alive to tell the tales, so.
And so our population is Provo.
Yeah, let's go with Provo, and I'll see what I can find.
Okay. And then so the null hypothesis female drivers. How do I say that?
They get in
There's this-
proportion. Are we going to do the proportion? So the proportion of female drivers get into more or get more tickets, or are we doing accidents?
Let's do accidents. Or
Okay.
yeah, because I don't know how. Yeah, well, we can do accidents because I feel like accidents is better information to get online if we have to.
Okay, so the proportion of female accidents, or the proportion of females who get in accidents is greater than the proportion of males that get in accidents?
Yeah, that can be our alternative. Right?
Yes.
The proportion of female drivers. Wait, how did you just say that?
The proportion of females is greater than the proportion of males who get into accidents.
Okay, and then our null is that it's the same.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, team. I have to get going. So, good work.
Okay.
And we'll see you guys tomorrow then, right? It's Thursday,
Yes.
and it's from
2?
2 to 3.
2 to 3. Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.